Hello and welcome to the third episode of our video series, Pharmacovigilance Industry Spotlight. My name is Nikesh and I'm your host. I lead the safety business at Indegene. Joining me today on this episode is Dr. Siva Kumar Buddha, who leads our signal and risk management practice. Welcome, Siva.
Thanks a lot, Nikesh, and I'm excited to share my insights on the current state of pharmacovigilance and the way it should be in the future.
Sure, absolutely. So let's dive right in. The report highlights various practices across the PV value chain. Let's focus on AE case management. Siva, could you tell us what insights you drew from the current state of adverse event case management?
So I think it's very interesting to see the survey results. The survey results have stated that 75% of the respondents today practice high-risk review of the cases, and only 44% of the organizations today review literatures or the other sources leveraging technology. So it throws a lot of focus on the requirement of technology, how organizations should embrace technology and also leverage technology, right? I think technology will not only bring a lot of efficiency in terms of cutting down the time that is required to process the cases and also build quality efficiencies as well. But other interesting thing that we have seen during the COVID time is our customers who have leveraged technology when there is a lot of influx of case reports, right? It had brought them good results and outcomes, in terms of cost, in terms of the improvement in the quality, and in terms of the early detection of signals or other downstream activities as part of leveraging the technology.
Yeah, I think you bring across some important points. What about the extent of manual processing that's today seen, especially unstructured cases? Can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it is very revealing to see that only 6% of the respondents have said that they are utilizing technology to process a low-touch case, case processing, which is very, very alarming, and which again throws a lot of light on the need of the hour, which is technology again. I mean, keeping aside what technology can bring on table, but extensive manual process can also hamper your resources workload. Also bring in a lot of data quality issues, data discrepancies in the data that it is being interpreted, and also the other thing is it can impact your downstream activities like your signal aggregate reports as well, right? So I think there is a lot of focus, and the organizations needs to embrace technology to even deal with the manual processing, and there needs to be a correct balance of how one should look at balancing technology versus balancing the manual process today.
So let's move on to aggregate reports now. The survey indicates that about 50% of the organizations are using standard templates and content reuse, and about 40% say that they have employed lean writing principles. So in your mind, I think, can you shed some light on how organizations are optimizing the aggregate reporting process, especially when it comes to submissions as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's very encouraging to see these results, from the standpoint of how organizations are looking to implement some of the lean writing principles, and also how they are standardizing the templates that needs to be written in, right? But at the same time, there is a lot of gap when it comes to streamlining the entire submission planning and also the management of the entire aggregate reports. And aggregate reports is again a complex decision-making activity wherein there is a lot of benefit risk assessment that happens in the document. There are a lot of stakeholders involved, a lot of collaboration that is required. Two medical writers cannot think the same way or cannot write in the same manner. So I think there is a lot of scope in the way that technology can be utilized to contextualize the data and put it in a standardized format, and also fostering technologies, multiple NLP ways, or maybe other content reuse, recycle and all that. You can again bring down some of the data points to contextualize it into a correct format so that organizations can have a standardized template across all the aggregate reports that goes to the regulatory authorities.
And finally, in signal and risk management, what are your key takeaways, especially when it comes to evaluation frameworks and alert mechanisms?
I think currently with the survey that we have seen that 61% of them use some sort of evidence-based framework, where there is still a gap to integrate real-world data, bring insights from real-world data, which is the evidences that can be brought out of it, and then stitch it with the other existing internal data as well. So that is one of the key points. But at the same time, I also see that 43% of the respondents say that today they use automation to highlight some of the high alert cases, right? Which again needs a lot of focus, because the moment you lose these high alert cases in your signal detection or management practice, you tend to lose on your true positives, right? So the true positives can be undermined by the false positives that can creep in. And this again brings us to the same point, that how do we leverage technology? And again, as you know, signal is very close to my heart, and then one solution cannot fit all the all the organizations. I think you need to take a tailored approach, because signal management is again a critical piece, and at the same time very, very important for you to determine the risks that are associated with some of the the drugs, and then how do you manage or mitigate them is an important piece, which can be determined only through signal management activity. So I think leveraging real world data, big data analytics, NLPs, I think that's the way future is in this particular space.
So as we wrap up, Siva, what recommendations do you have for future professionals as well as organizations on managing efficiencies and quality?
No, I think the future is definitely technology, right? And how do you embrace technology? How do you believe in technology for the organizations especially, and for the PV professionals, it is how do you upskill yourself in some of these technologies, right? Be it the new generation generative AI solution, or the NLPs, or maybe we are also speaking about having a digital twin and blockchain technology into pharmacovigilance space as well. So I think it is very crucial for the companies to invest and also to test some of these technologies in real practice, and then to see how the outcomes are, right? It is not only always the cost efficiencies and also the compliance, it is also the quality, because there is a lot of hope on the patient safety, a lot of hope on the public outcomes that you can bring out using these some of the insights that you are synthesizing. So it is very very encouraging the way that it has been and the way it has to be in the future.
Thank you, Siva, so much for your thoughts, and to our esteemed viewers, brace yourselves for a lot of really innovative technology coming to enhance the way you work, to act as your co-pilot in the journey across the PV value chain. For more insights and a detailed deep dive of some of the findings of the survey that we conducted across 100 PV leaders, please visit our website and access the survey report. Until next time, I'm signing off. See you next time.